4-minute delay. Hello, we're live. Welcome. It is Sunday. It is Sunday evening, actually, for me here in Germany. It is 9:34, and it's the final stream of the week. And as I promised you, we're gonna do a just chatting stream every Sunday where we just talk. No gaming, unless there's time to game, but definitely not today. Hello, Tops. Hello. How are you doing today? How's your Sunday so far? Welcome. Hi, chumps. Hello. You were the first one to arrive. I saw that. I'm not blind. I saw you, okay? But I was preparing the stream, and sometimes I don't have the time to reply. Give this stream a thumbs up if you haven't already. So we can push this content out for other people. Maybe there's some other people out there who are not into our gaming content, but maybe they're into just chatting content. So maybe there will be more people next week. So we're gonna do this every Sunday, where we just talk whatever you want to talk about. I brought my topics. Actually, I did not really bring topics today because today was like kind of stressful for no reason. And I just did a little bit of like Twitter. I just went through Twitter. I was like, oh my god, I need to prepare something. This feels a little bit like school where you have like an oral presentation and you do it an evening before that. So I have one topic basically we can talk about, but we cannot really talk about that very long because that topic is kind of shallow. So I rely on you today. Hello, Lexi. Hello. Hi, chumps. I fell asleep yesterday stream. I'll take it as a compliment. In the past, I would be like depressed when people would tell me, "Hey, I fell asleep during your stream," and I usually reply with, "What? Are you telling me my stream is boring?" But this time around, I feel like I'm more experienced. I can see this from a different perspective now. If people feel comfortable and chill in our stream, and they feel comfortable falling asleep to my voice, that's actually a good thing. That's actually a good thing. I'm glad that I can be the Pep Guardiola for other people. If you remember, that is during like my school time when Pep Guardiola was the coach for Bayern Munich. He had he's from Spain, right? He's and when he was the coach for Bayern Munich, he had to learn German, right? Every coach has to learn German if they're coaching a German team. And then the way he tried to talk German in a Spanish way, and with his voice that was so freaking soothing, I fell asleep with listening to like a press conference from him. His voice was just very soothing. That's probably I say this again, that's probably the gayest thing I've ever did in my life. It's like his voice just, there's like the voice waves his voice make are just perfect for my brain to fall asleep to. No one really cares about cricket except Indians. India won the cricket. That's amazing. I remember we used to have a community member called Grog, and he used to talk about like cricket all the time. Every time I talked about something sport related, like football or basketball, he would be like, "Oh yeah, by the way, like we won, like my team won like the cricket tournament thingy." And I was like, "Okay, cool." Unfortunately, you're correct with your assumption. Nobody really cares about cricket. I don't think I've ever watched an entire cricket game. Maybe one or two clips, and that's pretty much it. But everyone has their flavor, their favorite things to watch. To be honest, unless it's women playing, I don't like volleyball either. Like not playing myself. Like playing myself is a lot of fun. We did play a lot of beach volleyball when like I was young, my teens. But just like in terms of watching it on TV, if it's not women playing, I'm not interested. It was late night. How's everyone's Sunday so far? What have you done? Drinking my final Coke of the day, of the week. It's 0 sugar, don't worry. Are you sure you're watching the game? Yes, I'm watching the game. Like, for real, for real. I'm not saying I'm watching the women because of their bambooties. Although that is definitely a factor why I enjoy it more than men's volleyball. But no, they play really good. Like, I watched the women's volleyball game during the Olympics. It was super, super interesting. Been good. That's good to hear. Good to hear. I wanted to finish Monster Hunter today. No give back. But unfortunately, I got a message that from... You know that I do two types of works. I do like normal work and then I do freelancing work, right? And the freelancing work, to be totally honest with you, I hope my boss will not see this, but my freelancing work is way more important to me than my normal job. Like I can be fired tomorrow. I don't mind. I will be fine. Freelancing work is the one that I want to, well, do long term, right? This is exactly why I even started studying that field, because I needed like reputation basically and a little bit of a portfolio so I can do this full-time freelancing. Right now it doesn't really work out freelancing full-time. But back to the story, the person that I'm hoping to work with long-term just needed something very urgent today, and if it would have been my boss, I wouldn't have even replied. It's a Sunday, dude. But since I'm seeing an opportunity here, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it, and I'm also gonna continue tomorrow. Like, I couldn't finish all of it, but I told him I can, like, the best I can do is this right now. Like, this is urgent. I can finish this right now, this file, and then I'm gonna continue tomorrow. He was fine with it, so I can finished it. Got done with it sooner than I expected, and that is why I wrote on Discord I might have to cancel the stream, because I did not expect to be done with it so soon. So yeah, that is why, like, my mood was a little bit down, because I thought I could this week in general. That is why I titled it like canceled streams, mood down. This entire week I thought I could just grind my teeth into Monster Hunter Wilds, because I'm actually, like, genuinely I am enjoying the game, and it's a new release, something we haven't done in such a long time. So I was super hyped, and by the time we hit day 3 in Monster Hunter Wilds, like, my hype, like my personal hype, like the fire just depleted inside of me completely, even though I love the game. Like, I seriously mean that. In Monster Hunter Worlds, I don't think I made a mystery out of it, or I tried to hide it, right? In Monster Hunter World, there were some things that pissed me off. Like, they really annoyed me. Those things disappeared in Wilds, and I really enjoy Wilds. I enjoy the armor sets, I enjoy the fights, I enjoy the story. Everything's just, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. Hi Snow, hello, how are you doing today? Doing laundry, working on volunteer stuff. Do you ever take a day off, Lexi? You should sometimes also take a day off on a weekend. You're doing too much. Catching up on streams I've missed. You don't need to do that. I mean, hopefully the chapters help, because that is something I did today at least. There's something I did for the channel today, for the stream. I added chapters to every single one of the Monster Hunter Wild streams. Do you like Star Wars? Hell yeah. I even like the new Star Warses, and I had a huge fight with my professor about the new Star Wars trilogy. And, well, it's my professor's old, right? So he grew up when the original trilogy came out. He was like literally a child. So that is something he cherishes a lot, and it's very good. And at some point, I think it was like in the second semester or in the third semester, probably in the third semester, because we had storytelling in the third semester. And I don't know if you knew, but I'm gonna mention it again, but Luke Skywalker is the typical hero's journey. Once again, if you know about the hero's journey, you will see it everywhere. George Lucas read, wait a second, there's even a quote here on this book. Look, here, I'm gonna read it out. In the 3 decades since I discovered the hero with 1,000 faces, it has continued to fascinate and inspire me. Joseph Campbell Campbell peers through centuries and shows us that we are all connected by a basic need to hear stories and understand ourselves. As a book, it is wonderful to read. As illumination into the human condition, it is a revelation. And then wait, I wasn't looking for this one. There was another quote about Yoda. Said like Joseph Campbell was like my Yoda or something like that. Where was it? Doesn't matter. I'll find the quote. What I was trying to say is that we had a huge fight because someone started talking about Star Wars during the storytelling module, and then he was bashing the new trilogy so much that it's just all basically flash. What is the phrase? No substance. It's all flashy. It's no substance. And then I told him, hey, I recently rewatched the original trilogy with friends of mine, and they were not really good. Like, they did not really age well. They're like terrible. And then we started fighting because I was like, if we're just talking about entertainment value and whatnot, the new ones are as good as the old ones. And then we started fighting, and I think that is the point where he, in that module, I also did not really perform that well, and I think that was one of the reasons he started hating me, because I shitted on the old trilogy. I like what I was trying to say is I love Star Wars, and I also like the new ones. I think they're just equally. I don't want to say equally bad. It's just equally decent. Just, I don't know why people hate on trilogies like old movies and new movies. There's something for everyone, and we just have to understand. That's why I'm always so confused about this new generation of the old generation of gamers. At some point, if you reach your 30s and then 30 plus and then 40 plus, we have to accept, and I know it's hard to accept, but we have to accept that we are not the target audience anymore for certain things. Yes, we're still the target audience for stuff like whiskey, for example. Okay, but at some point you just leave developers' target audience. Now there will always be developers who will just develop games for a mainly mature audience, but most of them won't. Most of them just want to create games for like 16 until 25. And then if 25 plus people enjoy the game as well, that's good for them. But what I'm trying to say is, at some point in every human's life, there is this, you reach a point where you just have to accept that media or like entertainment is not catered towards you anymore. You left their space. It's fine. You can still enjoy it, but you cannot demand things anymore because those people will not cater to you, like to the minority. Basically, they will try to cater to the like broadest audience possible, and to the ones that have the biggest. In German we call it Kaufkraft, and that is usually parents. That's why Pokemon will probably never cater to a 30 plus audience or 40 plus audience or 50 plus audience. Even though those types of audience and demographics have money, but they are catering to children because children have no Kaufkraft. I don't know an equivalent word in English. Children, if you manipulate children good enough, they will ask the parents, and then the parents will buy it for them. So this is why I'm saying, at some point, is there a reason why your model is off center from the scene? It's no problem if you're mentioning something that is off topic, because there's no off topic. This is the main reason for this stream on Sunday, is to just talk. And if you want to throw something in there that is not related to what I'm saying, that is fine. Now, usually during gameplay streams, like when I'm playing Monster Hunter Wilds, and you come into the stream, and the only thing you're talking about is something completely unrelated to the thing that I'm doing, at some point I'll be like, okay, can we just focus on this a little bit? But today is Sunday. This is for you and this is for me. So whatever it is, throw it in here. And yes, there is a reason, because I built this like this is supposed to be like a talk show scene, and then you know how most of the talk show hosts blend in graphics like this, for example, our schedule, and that is why I'm sitting here. Now, I wasn't able ever since. Do you believe me? I swear to God, ever since we had our last Just Chatting stream, I wasn't able to do anything with this scene at all. Because I wanted to add some stuff. I wanted to add some like minor things on the table, maybe. I was thinking about bringing the... do you remember those little people we had on Twitch? I forgot the name of the program that I bought. But there's like a program you can buy that displays every single person in chat. So you just have to type one chat message and then it will create like a little person for you. I forgot the name of of that thing, of that app. But I was thinking about letting them run on the table. That would be fun, I believe. Where's our Lord Whale? And Lord Whale needs to be here as well. Yeah. Lord Whale is... Do I have Lord Whale on a button? What does this do? No, wrong one. Wrong one. I have not labeled my buttons. Oh no. Like, I tried to tidy up a lot of things. Stream avatars. Yeah, that was the one. That was the one. It was stream avatars, yes. Yeah, and Lord Whale was supposed to be here every Sunday, so you can use channel points to talk to me. That doesn't work, unfortunately. I'm thinking about maybe we should do just chatting as a multi-stream, so we can have the whale thingies working. The TTS working. I'm thinking about it. Maybe next week will just be on Twitch and YouTube. Because on Twitch we don't have the issue with TTS not working. The only reason why I'm not like multi-streaming is that it's just a pain in the ass. And I mean, it's now easier than ever before, but it's like a pain in the ass switching up, and then you have to set a description over there as well, and then it doesn't really add a lot of value to the people who follow me on Twitch anymore. It's just like both is kind of bad. I want to avoid, that's why I decided to go all in basically on one of the platforms, and that was Twitch before, now it's YouTube. I wanted to add like maximum value to the people who are here and who subscribe to me here and who are following the journey over here. But if I would start multi-streaming again, then I feel like I'm stretching myself too thin, and then it's not good over there, it's not good over here, and it's just, I don't like it. I know nothing about Star Wars. I like it, but I don't know, just haven't like full watched anything. Do I blame you? I don't blame you. I feel like there's like a certain type of age range where you get into Star Wars, and if you are already like too old or too young for it, then you might miss out on Star Wars. Like the first 6 movies, if you got into them because you were like 6 or like 10 or whatever, like the first trilogy and then the second trilogy, I feel like that is where Star Wars caught the most people, like the ones who were in their teens basically, or just like 8 years old or whatever. But if you were already too old or too young, then you did not, like, Star Wars is not really that prevalent anymore. Even though they have lots of shows now with Disney Plus, but it's not, I don't think it catches people that like it used to anymore. I didn't fully watch episode 4 to 6 until I was in uni, when I had to take a pop culture course about it. I mean, it is very important when it comes to like cinema and whatnot. Like the trilogy is very important, and once again, it has like the typical hero's journey, and it is definitely an important part of pop culture. But I don't think it has the same amount of value to teens anymore. It's just one of many shows they can watch. It's not that show anymore. I should probably remove the schedule. I don't know why I'm even doing schedules at this point, but I'm gonna do one for next week as well. Because, like, look at this schedule. There was no stream on Monday, and then I streamed a little bit on Tuesday. There was no stream on Wednesday. There was no stream on Thursday. There was a late night stream on Friday. Did we go live yesterday? Oh yeah, we did go live yesterday. Yeah, it's just terrible. Terrible. I'm still gonna do one for next week. It's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. I want the whole point in having schedules again and being live as much as possible is because I want to create like some sort of some certainty. Cannot have these streams late night anymore, man. My mouth is not working. I want to build trust. That is the phrase I was looking for. I want to build trust. I want you to be sure that whenever you tune in the evening or the morning or afternoon, whenever it is for you, that there will be a stream for you to watch. But I've been struggling hard with that. Like, so hard. Up to a point where I would go live and then I'll just be in a bad mood or super exhausted. At that point, I feel like, why even go live? Been struggling so much mentally with this. Because I want to, and then sometimes I can't, and I get frustrating that I can't, and then by the time I can, I'm too tired, and then I get pissed of the reason why I wasn't able to go live in the first place. And it's just like a huge cloud above my head every single day. I don't know if I can watch the streams because I live in Australia and it's different time zone. I did go live for, which was very suitable for your time zone a while. Like I went live in like the early German morning hours, but then I would delay work. So there's always a downside to it. I had to delay work because I was like, I'm gonna do a little bit of like, I'm gonna read emails. I'm gonna do like a to-do list of what I need to do after I'm done streaming. Then I was done streaming and then I had to go to work, like spend the rest of the day and the evening on work, which then also created conflict with Lady Jin. And it's just like, there's always something bad. There's no perfect path here. What games are we playing after Monster Hunter? There are many options. I want to try GTA, but not like full-time GTA, but I just want to see if my PC can handle it, because like it's a huge open world and like a Vtuber 3D world and whatnot. I just want to see if the PC can handle it. So one of the days, sometime next week or the week after that, I'm gonna try and stream GTA once. I still have like one indie game that I want to play, which should take us like 2 days tops, or 2 streams or 3 streams. And there's so many options. I don't know what to play. At some point we need to prepare for Ghost of Tsushima, a sequel, which is called Ghost of Yota. It's not Tsushima anymore. So at some point we have to play Ghost of Tsushima as well, which is a cool ass samurai game. On the 20th, Assassin's Creed is coming out, but I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game since Assassin's Creed 1. Like literally the first one. It's 2:30 a.m. I'm in the future for you guys. It's 10 p.m. here. Daylight saving time changes this weekend in the US. Oh man, I wish we would just be all in the same time zone. Would make things so much better. Because I know, like, it sucks, but because like during the like evening times, I get so exhausted because I'm sitting on the PC like literally the entire day. I know that this time is like almost perfect for the American community members of us. Maybe not perfect, but definitely way better and way more manageable than when I go live at 6 p.m. or like even like 3 p.m. or whatnot. So that is also like, I can see it in the analytics as well. Every single good stream, or like numbers wise stream, has been A, on the weekend, and B, that I usually started them around 9 p.m. my time or 10 p.m. my time. So what I'm doing most of the time during the week is that I'm like missing the target audience. The majority of our community is from America, and I go live during times where the majority of our like entire channel cannot watch me. Literally can't, unless they skip school or work. So that's frustrating because I'm aware of these things and I cannot change them. You know what I mean? It's like, imagine you're doing something. Like imagine you're painting and you know that you're not supposed to use red, the color red, but you're still using it. That's how I feel most of the time with the channel. I'm like, I cannot stop myself from painting everything in red, and I know I'm not supposed to use that color. Oh yeah, the no death Sifu run could be a thing too, but I haven't played the game since our last run, like literally since our last run, and I feel like I got way worse. Yeah, but there's so many things that we can play. Once again, new major releases are coming out. Oh, Ghost of not Ghost of what am I saying? GTA 6 is supposed to reveal a trailer next month. April. In April, we're gonna get allegedly a new GTA trailer. Man, I cannot wait. Cannot wait. It's so weird that there's like the narrative going around now that GTA is gonna flop. I don't know where that came from. I just don't know. Maybe it's because of that new generation of gaming news channel who always prey on games failing. There's an entire industry now of like gaming news channels where it's like good news for them if a game is failing. I don't get that at all. Off topic, but are you gonna do a face reveal? I don't know. I would say never say never. I'm not refusing it. Like, I'm not saying I'm never gonna do it. As I told you many times, maybe at some point if I realize, hey, this whole gaming channel and stuff like that is not working at all, and I need to take a step back and then reevaluate the channel and what I'm good at, apart from, well, just talking and... Wait, am I even good at something? Like, be honest. Maybe not gaming anymore, maybe not talking, but maybe there's another thing that I can show off. Maybe there's gonna be a vlogging arc in the future. Who knows? That's why I'm saying never say never. I've seen a bunch of channels with dudes in their like 50s and whatnot who just started a channel because all their kids moved out and whatnot, so they got bored. There's a channel actually that I found out the other day because I was looking for. I'm always get like stuff recommended to me in terms of YouTube growth and what you should do and whatnot. Even though I know technically what I need to do, but it's always helpful just getting more insight and more how other people did it and how I could do it eventually. And there was one channel that was recommended by that one YouTuber that I was watching, and his name was... I forgot the name of the channel, but it was basically a dad who has raised two children, and the children moved out basically. So he started a channel where he teaches things you would usually learn from your father. So like how to tie your shoes, for example. That's just a dumb example. But how to fix a sink. Like stuff you would usually ask your dad to do. Like, hey, dad, like this shit is broken. How do I fix it? And then your dad is teaching you, and then you learn from it. So his entire channel is basically based around teaching things you would usually learn from your dad. And he started his channel during the pandemic. His first videos had like 50 views. He's now sitting at 5 million subscribers. It's crazy. There's so many like success stories. That's why I'm always saying it's never too late, and I mean that. I'm not trying to be this fake motivation channel and whatnot. Oh, you can achieve everything you want. No, you can't. There's some limits. Unfortunately, there's some limits. Like if you're lazy and never study, you cannot become a doctor. It's not wishful thinking, right? Like there's some things you need to work hard for. And if you're not doing it, then it's impossible to achieve them. Unless your parents are maybe doctors and you can maybe get something from like nepotism. But when it comes to doing creative things, learning a new craft, now is the best time ever in human life, I would say. In human history. If you want to learn how to edit, I can guarantee you can get to my level within a year or two. It's not that hard anymore. Like, we have so many assistants. Now, when it comes to Photoshop, for example, you know how tedious it was in a couple of years ago to remove a face or like a body from a background in Photoshop. You either had to use like the lasso tool or just basically crop around a person by just like meticulously, like very detailed work. Now AI does it. You literally just click on the background remover button and it will recognize that there's a person because it now learned how a person looks like or a human looks like. It's not perfect, like it doesn't have 100% success rate, so sometimes you gotta help it a little bit, but it's just one click of a button. That's what I'm saying. Like it's only gonna get easier and easier and easier to create content. Everyone has a film camera in their pocket now. Their smartphones. The smartphones' cameras are so freaking good. They're shooting movies on phones now. Like, not Hollywood movies, but indie movies. Everyone has a movie camera. The camera you have on your phone is better than the shit that they've used 40 years ago. So there are no excuses if you really want to create. And bye-bye, Tops. Have a good night. Have a good night. Wait, what time is it in Australia? We should... You know what I'm gonna add? I might actually add that on the bottom of the desk. Like world clocks. So you know what time it is in Germany. So you know what time it is in like the west coast of America and the east coast of America. And then maybe we're gonna get like China as well. That would be cool. Jinyo has always been good at talking. Too good sometimes. I noticed that when I did the chapters for the Monster Hunter Wilds streams, there is one stream in particular, I think it was day 3. Either day 3 or day 4, where I literally did nothing. And that is something I also realized that sometimes, like, that is something I have to learn. While talking is pretty cool and whatnot, but as a viewer, like, if I would be just interested in the streamer making progress, right? That would piss me off so much. Because there are sometimes moments in the stream where I walk around like a headless chicken in the town for 30 minutes just talking about a thing. Or sometimes I would say that I would be doing something and then maybe Chomps or Tops or Lexi or somebody brings something up and then I start yapping for 30 minutes. And while I'm yapping, I forget what I was trying to do. So it's just, for example, I would say I'm gonna check out this new armor set. I'm gonna head to the smith. On my way to the smith, somebody asked me if I like Star Wars, for example. Then I start talking about Star Wars, running around like completely like without any like goal in mind. And then after I'm done talking about Star Wars, I forgot that I was about to like go to the smith. Hi Cloudy, hello. How are you doing? Good to see you. Happy Sunday. We'll be walking in circles and talking. Yeah, maybe we need more of these just chatting streams. I need to figure out how I can incorporate videos as well, because so far I'm just a little bit afraid of doing live reactions. Offline reactions not so much, but in the past, like, we had a lot of fun just going through Twitter. I'm not using Twitter that much anymore, so I would have to use Twitter again. But basically in the past, what we did on Twitch is I would just, during the week, I would watch a bunch of videos on Twitter, or just like a bunch of things on Twitter. And then by the time we have our Just Chatting stream, we would just go through all the things that I liked on Twitter. And I want to bring that back somehow in a safe way, in a non-copyright way. Good, I was at the store with my mommy. Nice. That's why I'm late? You're not late. You're never late to a stream. If you show up, I'm just so happy. If you show up in the last 5 minutes of the stream, I'm just happy. I'm in rage mode when I open Twitter. Yes. Yes, especially now. The thing is, I just cannot ignore these anti-woke gamers because I just don't... I'm not gonna talk about it, but they're doing... Like, sometimes they're saying so many dumb things that... My fingers are itching. My fingers are itching so much, but I need to... That's why I don't log in Twitter anymore, because I know if it's not the anti-woke people, it's gonna be some other like racist people or just politics. Twitter's such a shithole right now. It's so bad. You cannot cure stupidity. Yeah. Well, I got a mini blueberry pie and now I'm eating a pepperoni breadstick. Oh, that's delicious. I had chicken today. I'm hungry now. That's why I don't have Twitter. Yeah, I'm not even joking. I think people are just better off without Twitter. I mean, people are probably better off with all social media, but if there's one thing if you're using all of social media like Instagram and Twitter and what else is there, like YouTube and Twitch and whatnot, and you have to cut down on one, just cut off Twitter. Unless you're an artist. I feel bad for the artists because for a while people went to another platform called Blue Sky, right? But then, because not enough people migrated to Blue Sky and whatnot, the artists had to go back. Basically, because that's, like, Twitter is the place where they get the most commissions. So I feel a little bit bad because there are artists out there who hate Twitter, who are mentally affected by Twitter because it's so bad and so toxic, but they have to be there because that's how they earn the money. Actually never used Twitter. Don't even start. Seriously, there's nothing on Twitter that you cannot find on other websites. Literally, there's no added value to Twitter. There is no added value unless you're an artist. There is no added value. All the clips that you find on Twitter, for example, you can find on YouTube. It's probably a little bit easier on Twitter, I would say. But ever since Elon Musk took over and changed a bunch of things, the entire environment on Twitter changed. So because they are now getting paid, it makes a lot of sense. And I explained it again. If you pay people for reach and engagement, because he basically implemented a system where people can earn money by getting a lot of impressions. So usually lies spread way faster than truths. So if you're getting paid for people watching your stuff or as many as people as possible watching and seeing your stuff, then of course you create an environment where people will try to rage bait the shit out of you. Hi, Double Chocochip. Hey, happy Sunday to you as well. Hello, hello. Seems like more OG people are finding their way to YouTube. I know YouTube is not the perfect experience, okay? Like, I get it. I get it. I wish we could go, like, use all the Twitter features here as well, but it's just better for me. Literally, just better for me. And I can create chapters. I can create playlists. I'm feeling, like, super comfortable here on YouTube. I have my tab for shorts. If you're just interested in short form content, there's one entire tab on my channel for you. If you're interested in live streaming content, there's an entire tab for you. If you're interested in shorter videos, there's a tab for you. Although I need to upload more videos again. That's something I need to do like once a week, at the very least. That is my goal for March. I mean, the first week of March is already over, so I failed. But for next week, I need to upload one reaction at least. Like one reaction per week. Did you see my animation I posted? I'm gonna try doing one of me and you, because I need excuse to draw you. No, I have not, Cloudy. But you can just send it here in the chat if you can. Just send the link and I'll take a look. I just have Insta, and it makes me question why I'm paying for Wi-Fi already. Instagram is also quite tough because Instagram is basically just, I don't know, people showing the best parts of themselves. Instagram is so fake. I never really enjoyed Insta. I don't enjoy Insta. The only time I use Instagram really is to check things, formats, for example, for clients, like if they want to have like a reel, or if they like to post it. I sometimes look how like other people do it and then try to get some inspiration from it. And Lady Jin loves Instagram, so she's like, that's probably her main platform. That's pretty much it. Oh, also, my birthday's on the 22nd. Cool, Cloudy. Awesome. My cousin's birthday's tomorrow. Speaking of birthdays, can we get the little guy today? Unfortunately not, Arctic. Unfortunately not. I still haven't figured out how to do text-to-speech. But welcome to the stream. Welcome. I haven't figured out how to do it on YouTube. I know how to do it, technically. But once again, I told you that step 2 is not working for me. And I've reached out to the one who created that TTS plugin. It's called VTS POC, by the way. If anyone is interested, it's like $15. And it turns any mascot you have, or like any 2D character, into a TTS mascot, which is cool. And I reached out to him. He hasn't replied yet, because there's like an API issue, because you're supposed to connect a bot with his software, and the bot is not able to connect to his software, and it's on his side. The error is on his side, so I cannot complete step 2. Maybe he stopped support for YouTube because nobody's really streaming on YouTube, and API access I think is expensive on YouTube. I think you have to pay Google for every 1,000 requests. And every time someone sends a message, I believe, it's like 1 request. So you get that threshold like filled pretty fast. I don't know how to get the link. Also, don't watch it on stream. It got copyrighted. Okay, if it has copyrighted music, I cannot watch it. But I'll watch it after the stream. I promise. Insta had like a dark day. Everyone fed. And For You page was just gore, murder, and everything. What? Yeah, that's bad. That is also something I hate about shorts and TikToks and Reels, is like the algorithm is so stupid and simplistic. I hate it. You watch one car video, you see car videos. Like you swipe up and everything you see is a car video. It's like the algorithm is telling to our face that we are not multifaceted. So it's just, we're very simple-minded. You like cars? I'm gonna show you 10 more car videos. That's how the algorithm sees us. And I hate it. I hate it so much. But as I said in one of the previous streams, there is a trend going back to long-form content again. I think people are fed up with shorts, or they cook their brains so much that they're now longing for longer form content again. So a lot of channels that are just talking or showing things, even unedited, like it's like raw footage of them just talking or showing things. Craftsmanship, for example, is very, very popular. Those types of videos gain traction now, are getting super popular again, which makes me very happy. Because as much as I love TikToks and whatnot and short form content, I see it with my nephew. Sometimes he spends 3 hours at the very least just scrolling upwards. Just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And the problem with that for me as a creator is that TikTok doesn't really create a community. People just watch your content, even if they like it. They give it a thumbs up, maybe they comment, and then they swipe up and move on to the next thing. The conversion rate from shorts to long form content is like 1,000 to 1. It's bad, but it puts some eyes onto our channel, so that's why I'm still doing it. It creates reach. Cutely gets juice while watching. Awesome. Trends just ebb and flow in society. Exactly. Exactly. I don't think shorts will disappear completely, but they will probably not be the main thing of interest going forward. Maybe it will still be here. I mean, it's always gonna be here, but I think people will just move on. Just like Vine, for example, had these like 7-second videos, then it was like 15, then 30, then 1 minute. And then all the Vine creators, when Vine eventually died, went over to YouTube. And all the following that they had, they started following them on YouTube and watched like longer form content. I think at some point people will be exhausted by this massive flood of just dopamine, just constantly swiping. A couple more years to go, like maybe a year or two, and people will be just going back to longer videos. That's what I hope, at least. But there's some awesome like short form content creators. There's some people who really take it as a challenge that they only have like 1 minute, or now it's 3 minutes on shorts, which is kind of ironic, because it's like, it's called shorts, but it's like you can upload 3-minute videos now. It's not really short anymore. But there's some people who really do like cinematography and like they create really like short movies with that limit. Like there's for some people, having time constraints amplifies them. Some people think, oh my god, I only have like 7 seconds. For Vine, for example, what's the point in creating 7-second videos? That's so stupid. Other people see it in like a different light. They will see it as a challenge and be like, okay, what can I create within 7 seconds? And if you just look at older Vine compilations, you can see there are people who create stories, who tell stories in 7 seconds. So I'm not saying all shorts are bad. And there's definitely an audience for it, and there are definitely some creators who take it to the next level and really use every second they have for these shorts. But it doesn't stick. That's my main issue with shorts. It's like you watch it, you consume it, and then it's gone. It's like a firework, right? You watch it, it blows up, it's beautiful, and then you watch the next rocket. But you will not join the rocket company. I'll be glad when SFC is not the trend anymore. Once again, I think there are some like very good uses of short form content. For example, like explanations. There's some channels who do animations, like animated 3D animated videos of explaining a process. And for that, I think that is amazing. Like breaking down very complicated things into something short, so it piques your interest and you get like triggered into doing your own research. I think for that, shorts are perfect. It's like a segue. But if it's just brain rot, and I'm talking about especially those videos that have like these magic sand thingies, like those satisfying videos on the bottom and then something interesting on top. It's like they know their audience cannot listen and for 20 seconds without swiping away, so they have to put something that like completely takes their like attention with these cutting magic sand videos, and they put a video that is actually educational on top of it. So it's frying your brain and educating your brain at the same time. I hate those things. I never get views when I make long form videos. It's sad. It takes a while, Cloudy. You should not give up. It takes a while. The algorithm has to find an audience for you. There's like a phase called like there's a phase called experimenting phase. That is where the YouTube algorithm is really trying to show your videos to people, some people. If you don't have an existing audience, it will just recommend it to random people. If they don't watch it, it will try again, maybe a day later, to a different audience, until it finds your audience. And that is why a lot of your videos will not get any views. And it takes a while. It definitely takes a while. Also depends on how saturated the content is, like in the category that you're uploading. Like uploading a gaming video is like the most saturated category, I believe. So if your gaming video is not super duper good, it's gonna be tough. Like Minecraft, for example. I always complained about that one Minecraft video that I uploaded that only got like 40 views. But if you think about it, 40 views is actually amazing considering how many great Minecraft creators there are out there. And I still managed to get 40 people to watch the video. There is, I don't know the statistics, but maybe I can find it real quick. How many hours of content on YouTube? There's like a statistic where you can see. Wait, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT. YouTube users upload over 500 hours of video content every minute. This means that 30,000 hours of video are uploaded to the platform each hour. That is what you have to consider when you're uploading videos on YouTube. YouTube is not a little platform, small platform, indie platform anymore. It's a gigantic ass platform, and with millions and upon millions of creators. While I was saying this, there has been like 500 hours of video content uploaded. The minute I was like researching it, 500 hours of video content was uploaded on YouTube. It's like the SpaceX rocket. It blew up again. It blew up. But it was a stress test, right? The SpaceX rocket. So wasn't it supposed to blow up? They stress tested everything, and then I guess that was a little bit too much stress. I don't think they should go away completely, just think long-form content has more substance. I totally agree. Today, kids are brained to the core. Me and my friends were talking, and like a 10-year-old were walking past, and that kid was like, I got skibby, Ohio wrist to the other. I was like, yeah, but that's always gonna be the case. We're making fun of the kids growing up with skibbity toilet. I still don't get how they... It's a man coming out of a toilet, but once again, it's one of those situations where I'm like, I'm not the target audience for this kind of stuff. And we probably also watched some super cringy stuff when we were 10. Maybe not as like cringy as a toilet man, but like my cousin, for example, that are like just like my little brothers, they grew up on Teletubbies, and we made fun of him watching Teletubbies. Now, if you compare Teletubbies to Skibbity, I would prefer people growing up with Teletubbies, right? But there's always some, like, kids will always grow up with some things that adults think it's super cringy and super annoying. My niece grew up watching Caillou, and I hated that bald motherfucker. Caillou, Caillou. You know what I hated about Caillou the most? Is that they would always narrate what would happen next. It's like, Caillou was very sad today. And then Caillou would say, oh, I'm so sad. I hated that so much. But I know why they do it. Like, it's for kids. But I had to watch it with my niece, so... There's always gonna be that one thing that we will not understand. Our generation will not understand the stuff that a generation next that comes after us does. Like when it comes to music, for example, I hate... I'm not gonna say hate, because there's some cool new school rappers like Kendrick and whatnot, but like the new modern rap, I just don't vibe with. I'm sorry. Once again, there are exceptions. There are exceptions, definitely Kendrick. Although Kendrick is at this point not new school anymore, but... My mom didn't let us watch that bald kid and Barney or whatever. I grew up with Dinosaur Train, SpongeBob, and like Wildcats and shit. SpongeBob was cool. I grew up with Pokemon, Ben 10. Okay, see, like Power Rangers, for example, is kind of cringe if you think about it. If you watch Power Rangers as an adult, it's kind of cringe. It's kind of cringe. I've got Zoom meetings for the next hour and a half. We'll be lurking. All right, have fun on your Zoom meetings. Have fun. Thank you so much for the lurk. Shall we proceed to the very short story that I brought with me? We already filled like an hour. Yeah, we filled an hour already. That's crazy, because I thought, because I wasn't prepared for today's stream, I thought, okay, I'm gonna talk about that situation, and then I'm gonna like freestyle another 10 minutes, and then it's probably gonna be the end of the stream. But we've been freestyling for an hour now. As an adult it is, but for a 9 or 10-year-old boy, I'd be on cloud 9. That is true. And all I'm trying to say is that the Skibidi Toilet generation will grow up thinking that the generation that comes after them is cringe for watching something that is not Skibidi Toilet. The Skibidi Toilet generation will have children at some point, and then they will try to teach their children what they watched growing up, and they're like, oh my god, when I was your age, I watched Skibidi Toilet. And it was the greatest shit ever. Okay. Bye-bye, Cloudy Tigers. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will check out your animation after the stream. Or worst case scenario, tomorrow, okay? Because I don't know when I'll be ending the stream, and it's like 10:30 in Germany, so... Worst case scenario, I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. Okay, shall we go and talk about today's story? It's gonna be... It's very, very short. Remember that one guy who went to Japan, and then he was just a nuisance, public nuisance, typical kick streamer. He was in the train, and he told to a Japanese passenger who was sitting next to him, and he was like, remember Hiroshima, remember Nagasaki? Like he was just trying to be obnoxious and super disrespectful. And then he got kicked out of Japan because he was obstructing some businesses. He at some point, I believe, also sexually harassed some women, and he got beaten up a couple of times. Like, some people punched him in the face, which he definitely deserved. But eventually he got jailed for a day or whatever, or he got prosecuted, and then they kicked him out of the country. So he was kicked out of Japan, and then he went to a bunch of other countries, and then he ended up in Korea, where he also did the same shit. Super obnoxious, being loud, filming people on the street, obstructing businesses, etc., etc., etc. Until he got, well, prosecuted. Is that the word? And yesterday, or the day before that, was the first day of court, and he showed up completely wasted and hungover because the day before he was streaming, and people were donating, and for every donation he would take a shot. So he was just drinking, and he was late to his first court day in Korea, right? He was late, and he was hungover. So right now, I mean, he doesn't have a sentence yet, but he's facing up to 10 years in jail. Oh, I forgot to activate this. So Johnny Somali, that was his name, arrives late and hungover to South Korean court, pleads guilty to obstruction charges. So he already pleads guilty to the first set of charges, and these are not the only ones. They are also like sexual harassment charges. There's so many other things that he did that he's not even facing it. He's already facing like up to 10 years in jail with these charges alone that he already pled guilty to. Is pled the correct term? You know what I mean. And well, this is the perfect example of fuck around and find out. And I cannot feel bad for him, man. It's not like he did not get a warning. If that was his like first, like his first, what do you call it? Like his first time doing it, right? Imagine him being like streaming for the first time and then just being obnoxious, being a piece of shit, and then facing 10 years. I would say that's super like exaggerated, and he doesn't deserve that, right? But it's the fact that he did the same thing in like 3 different countries, got kicked out in 3 different countries, was warned multiple times, and yet still did the same thing. That you cannot really defend that. At that point, just like Lexi said, you cannot fix stupidity. At that point, it's like it's his fault at this point. So I don't feel bad for him. It would be, I think the thing now as well is that South Korea probably wants to warn other foreign streamers from doing the same thing, and South Korea also has like a 90% conviction rate, and I think he's gonna face at least 5 years at the very least, just because they want to like basically show an example to other foreign streamers. Like don't come here and do that shit, because you're gonna face at least 5 years. I think that comes on top of him being a multiple offender, and also like being in Korea with the 90% conviction rate. I think that comes just on top of it, that Korea wants to probably like use him as an example to basically scare off other similar streamers, because it kind of became a trend. So many people went to like Japan and went to Korea and to do the same things, because they saw, hey, he got a bunch of good views from that and got a bunch of good donations, and he did not really face any like severe consequences. Yes, he was kicked out, but that's pretty much it. So that started kind of a trend, up to a point where Japan started changing their laws. There are like now laws where you're not allowed to live stream in certain places anymore, just because of him. Like literally, he literally changed the laws of a country because he was so obnoxious. So I think Korea, if that would be like any other case, I think Korea would have just sentenced him maybe to a year or 2 and then just let him out on parole, right? Just sentence him, let him out on parole, and then maybe also kick him out of the country. But because it's starting to become a trend, or it is already kind of a trend, I think Korea is gonna be extra strict, and they actually gonna jail him, give him jail time without parole. Probably gonna send him into the slammer for 5 years. I don't think he's gonna get the full sentence. Like 10 years would be crazy, but I think he's gonna go into the jail like at the very least 2.5 years. At the very least, probably gonna sentence him to 5 years. He's gonna be there for 2.5 years and then gonna like release him and kick him out of the country. But how dumb can you be? Like seriously, it happens once. Okay, it happens twice. All right, time to stop now. No, it happened a 3rd time. All right, now that's the last one, right? Last warning. Just stop now. No, you're gonna do it a 4th time. At this point, there's just, it's your own fault. You cannot blame anyone but yourself. And at the very least, show some respect when you go to court. Like he's not making it better for him for his case. Like you got sentenced, okay, at least show some remorse. Just show up early, wear a suit, because from what I've read, he did not even have a suit, so he had to borrow one real quick before like the court started. It's so weird. So weird. Why do people destroy their lives like that for clout? I mean, I get it. I understand why people might think that chasing clout will like will I don't know, lead them to riches and a better life. I understand the sentiment behind it, but you just have to, I don't know, where's the common sense in this? I don't get it. Is clout really that addicting? Why am I not addicted to clout? I mean, I like to have more people in our channel. Don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't destroy my life for it. Is there something wrong with us? Or is there something wrong with him? at that point, you probably have a mental illness, right? I cannot diagnose him. Like, I'm not a doctor, but if you don't see the signs after you got warned 3 times and kicked out of 2 countries, there must be something like broken in your brain. Nobody can think that they're this immortal, untouchable. Just send him to North Korea. I think that was one of his sentences as well. It's like that he did North Korean propaganda. I think is one of the things that he also did, allegedly. I don't know. I've never watched his streams. I don't know where he even streams at this point, because at some point I think he got kicked off of Kick as well. Now that means something. If you get banned on Kick and Kick doesn't ban anyone, that there really should be like a warning sign. That should tell you, hey, you might be doing something wrong. if that one platform that has like 0 regulation kicks you off the platform because you're just too wild for them. You can't be arrested for making propaganda. I think that's different in South Korea, man. If you do North Korean propaganda. But I'm actually gonna Google if he got actually charged for it. Johnny Somali North Korean propaganda. Johnny Somali faces more jail time for playing North Korean propaganda in South Korea. He did that. And that is definitely illegal in South Korea. Okay. The drama involving Johnny Somali, renamed Ramsey, has been non-stop since the streamer entered South Korea. Now he's facing some serious jail time for his actions. For weeks now, Johnny Somali has been hit with numerous legal issues due to his streams. So far, the content creator has only been charged with 2, with obstruction of business for a chaotic convenience store stream. What did he do? This post by Johnny Somali could earn him additional charges up to 7 years in South Korean prison, particularly as the eyes of Seoul prosecutor are now watching his every move. South Korea's National Security Act, especially in light of his repeated use of DPRK propaganda in public places, both online and in person. If he was doing this as a joke once, they're probably not going to do anything about it. The problem is he has repeatedly done this. Not just once, but multiple times. He played North Korean propaganda on the metro, on the bus, and various places. He's gone all around making North Korean statements. Dude, he's not gonna get out of jail anytime soon. Oh boy. First Amendment doesn't work in Korea. Can't blame South Korea. He's talking propaganda about your neighbor who got nukes and is bullying you from time to time. True. I mean, once again, how dumb can you be? As the lawyer said, he did not do it once. He got warned once, and as he states, if he just did it once, they would have let him go. They would have just said him, oh my god, he's a dumb like tourist, he doesn't know our culture, whatever, he's dumb, he's a streamer, just kick him out of the country and we should be good. Or ban him out of the country like Japan did and we should be good. The problem is that he did it repeatedly. So you cannot even say it's a joke anymore. Yeah, he's cooked. He's cooked. But once again, that's his own fault. Like, if fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, or whatever the phrase is. Like, he got fooled 6 times. He fooled himself 6 times. And he will now face the consequences. At some point, reality will catch up to you. At some point, you will realize that the people around you are not just props for your movies and your streams. And more people need to realize that. I hate those public nuisance streamers. That's probably my least favorite type of content. At least stage it, like a lot YouTubers did. A lot of prank channels were just just hired actors. Just do that. Go back to the golden times of prank YouTubers hiring actors. Just do that. Don't do it with real people thinking that they are obligated to be a part of your stream. And the thing is, you know, in the past when we were reading stuff about Johnny Somali, what was my go-to phrase? My go-to phrase is, I don't condone violence, but somebody needs to punch the shit out of him. Just so he understands. The thing is, people punched the shit out of him. He got punched almost like every stream when he went live. And he still continued. So if that doesn't work, and that doesn't help, there are only two options. Either mental illness, either he doesn't understand that what he's doing is wrong because of, like, I'm not even joking. I'm not saying this in a joking way. I'm seriously talking about some development issues. Like, there's something in his brain where he doesn't understand the consequences of his actions. That's number one. Or number two is he just needs to face severe consequences to understand. And hopefully he will understand after he served 5 years in Korean prison. And if they kick the shit out of him before getting to jail, now imagine what they're going to do to him in jail. Oh man. Imagine he's going to jail in Korea with a bunch of dudes who did crime or like other minor, like sometimes some people are in jail for minor stuff as well. It doesn't have to be like severe crime all the time, but imagine if they find out why he's sitting in jail with them. Bro got cooked in that photo. Yeah, there was no photo after he got banned in Japan. There was no photo of him anymore without a black eye. Like, he got punched in the face every stream. But that didn't help. The thing is, and that is why I'm so appreciative of our community, and that is why I always emphasize that it is very important to me that we build a community with like-minded people and not hateful people, not toxic people. It's so important because his community was basically, it wasn't even a community, it was a bunch of people who just waited for him to either die on a live stream or get the shit punched out of him. That was his community. His community wasn't really like watching in his best interest. They didn't watch for him. They just watched for something to happen to him. That is why they watched him. So he was like a public, like, mascot, or what would you call it? Like a clown. He was like a public clown, a clown that live streamed himself, and it's kind of sad if you think about it, because for him it was probably, he probably thought, I don't know what he thought about his community, but for him he probably thought he's building a community so he can maybe sustain himself in the future together with his community, whatever. But on the other side of that coin is the community that just watches him so something bad happens to him. They also, from what I've read, urged him to drink more. Like, that's why they donated. They knew he had a court case the next day, and then they donated so he would get super drunk. Not trying to blame the people in his chat, because he's an adult after all, and if you have a court day, like court appointment the next day, you shouldn't do a drinking stream. So that's definitely on him. But I'm trying to say, if he had a wholesome community, or a nice community that have his best interest in mind, his community would have probably said, hey bro, tomorrow is actually super serious, you should go to bed early and prepare yourself mentally. But instead they were donating so he would get drunk more and faster. Now, if I would tell you that, I mean, I can even give you an example of how cool our community is. I told you that I would cancel a stream on Wednesday, I believe, and a bunch of you just wrote that it's okay to take your time and take a step back, etc. And that's the major difference. That's the major difference. You don't watch me because you are hoping that I'll destroy and ruin my life. You just watch me because I hope you like what I'm saying and what kind of content I create. And those are the kind of people that I would love to call my community. So we just need to find more people, like-minded people. That's it. That's my main goal. That's the main goal for this year. And that is also why I get so frustrated sometimes at myself, not at you. It's just at myself, because I want to grow this community. I want everyone to have more fun here. And there's nothing better than a community, a sizable community with like 10 people in chat, and everyone is typing with each other and talking with me. So that's the best experience as a streamer, is when I have a conversation with the chat, and the chat also has conversations within themselves, right? Because they already know each other. That's the like main definition of community, right? We know each other at some point, and that is what I'm trying to build. And if I cannot build that thing, that makes me frustrated. That's when I get super frustrated. It's not the passion. I'm definitely passionate about it. I hope you can see it with some of the shorts where I take a little bit longer to upload, like to create. There's some shorts where I take, like there's some lazy shorts, I would say, where I just cut it out and upload. And there's some shorts where I just have an idea. Just like the Mickey Mouse one. I don't know if you noticed, but the Mickey Mouse short that I uploaded that had that Space Jam music playing is like, I think I mentioned that before, is a recreation of the Space Jam intro. I used the same amount of pictures, just used Mickey Mouse instead of Michael Jordan. So if you watch the Space Jam intro and then that one Mickey Mouse short that I created, it's like you can watch them side by side. It's the same shit. And nobody noticed, but it's fine. All I'm trying to say is that is the passion inside of me. Like, I love doing YouTube. I love doing live streams. I like to talk. I like to play games. I like to talk about games. Sometimes I like to talk about pieces of shit like this dude over here. Let him disappear from our stream. We already give him enough screen time. Just that one thing that is missing is more people in here. Seriously. If we just have more people in the Jinyo Force, during the live chats, the streams will be so much better than they already are. Jinyo Force is the best force. I appreciate that, chumps. If you would be on Twitch right now, I would give you a VIP badge, but unfortunately, YouTube doesn't have that. YouTube has nothing. They can change so many things here on the YouTube live streaming part, but I think they gave up. Like, seriously. That is the reason why I went back to Twitch, because I was on YouTube exclusively before, but after 6 months of struggling on YouTube Live, back then it was even more complicated going live on YouTube. Now it's kind of easy, or easier at least. At some point I was like, you know what, we have to go back to Twitch, unfortunately, because there's just so many things missing. And the final nail in the coffin was when Ludwig went back to multi-streaming. Because Ludwig was like all in on YouTube, and Ludwig also talked about the issues with YouTube and also talked with them directly, because they had like creator meetings, and Ludwig talked about the things that are missing in the live streaming experience. And they listened and still did nothing. And in the 3 years, I think he had like a 3-year contract, right? In those 3 years he was exclusive on YouTube, they did absolutely nothing. So he went back to Twitch. You know that we have a rating feature on YouTube? Nobody knows. Rating is like one of the most essential things you can do on Twitch. Unfortunately, I did not do it a lot when I still was on Twitch, but rating, it builds communities. Rating also sometimes builds friendships, and YouTube added the feature and then just never talked about it. And it's so complicated as well, unnecessarily complicated as well, doing it here on YouTube instead of Twitch. On Twitch, you type /rate and then the channel you want to rate, and then everyone can accept if they want to rate with you or not. So every viewer that is in chat can basically just click on a button, and then you move your entire community over to somebody else's chat. It's super easy. In my opinion, it could be a little bit easier if they would just add a button instead of the / command, but nobody listens to me. But it's once again, even with the / command, it's super easy. You know you have to do it on YouTube? First of all, people can only rate that have the autoplay enabled. So a viewer that doesn't have autoplay enabled will not be able to switch over to the other channel that we are rating. Second of all, they have changed it now, but before the rating capabilities was disabled. So you have to enable it manually. And once again, nobody knew about the feature. So nobody had it enabled. And back then, now that is different too, but back then you had to allow channels, specific channels, to rate you. So, and on Twitch, you can just rate whoever you want. You see one channel on Twitch, you do /command, you do /rate and then the channel. Whichever channel you like. Every single channel on Twitch can be rated unless you specifically disable it, which like nobody does. On YouTube it was the exact opposite. You can only rate people if the channels have already like allowed you to rate them. Which is weird because that only means that friends of each other, like friends that have YouTube channels, can rate each other. Because I cannot just, for example, ask who's a famous YouTuber right now? Who's famous on YouTube? Give me one famous name on YouTube. Just one creator real quick. Come on. Come on. Give me one creator so I can finish my thought. Speed. Oh yeah, IShowSpeed. I cannot contact IShowSpeed and ask him if I get the permission to rate his channel. Right? Because there's no DMing option. I cannot DM IShowSpeed. I can try on other channels like Twitter, for example. I can try and DM him over on Twitter, but I'm a small creator, man. Like, he will not see my message. I will probably not even be able to message him. So YouTube, like the thought process behind it, you have to allow people to rate you, but you cannot message anyone on YouTube. Which literally just means that you can only like allow to people that already know you. Now they have a feature where you can check that every channel can rate you. So they have fixed that, but it's a little bit too late. And also they did not really promote it, so nobody knows about it. I've never seen someone rate another person on YouTube. I've never seen it. And I would love to do it, but I have no idea how I start this process. YouTube ain't for streamers right now. YouTube is like for growth, I guess. Yeah, YouTube is definitely, they went all in with shorts. They realized that shorts were like trending. It's the trending thing. Every platform implemented their own version of TikToks, basically. They saw a huge opportunity when TikTok was about to get banned. It wasn't banned, but they saw a huge opportunity. They were like, oh my god, we're gonna go all in and get all the users from TikTok. And they definitely ate up a huge chunk of TikTok's market share. Like, a lot of people who were exclusively creating on TikTok or exclusively watching TikTok definitely are now on YouTube and watching YouTube and creating YouTube shorts. So it was definitely successful, and that is why they went all in with YouTube shorts. And recently they even added more things for YouTube short, like AI related stuff, voiceovers and whatnot. And they never do it for the desktop. I even complained. I was like, can we please get some love too? Not even talking about the live streams, but I told them, what's the point of getting a $3,000 PC if you want people to create more on their phones? Like, they give every feature to the mobile users. Thumbnails, for example. You know that I cannot create thumbnails for my shorts on desktop? I can't. For my normal videos, yes. For my live streams and my long form videos, yes. For shorts, I can't. You have to do it on your phone. Custom thumbnails only possible on your phone. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, you're forgetting a huge chunk of your user base. They all have PCs. I mean, we all have phones too, but I don't want to edit on my phone. Why are you forcing me to create a thumbnail on my phone? So dumb. So in order to do it now, if I want a custom thumbnail for my YouTube Shorts, you know what I have to do? I would have to like create it on my, I refuse it to do them on my phone. So I would have to prepare it in Photoshop on my PC and then send it over to my phone and then upload it from, download it and then upload it from my phone. So it's like 3 or 4 steps, which are super like time consuming and absolutely unnecessary if they would just allow us to upload custom thumbnails on PC. You're telling me I can upload the short from PC and I can edit the title, the description and everything else on PC, but with custom thumbnails, I cannot do it. Why? Then those are the things that are pissing me off on YouTube. Those things that can be easily fixed, like the user experience can be easily fixed and they refuse to do it. Same with the live streams. Just add just minor, I swear to God, minor tweaks. I'm not even talking about the chat anymore because there are so many third-party programs nowadays that make the chat look a little bit more beautiful. Before I was complaining about the chat experience because it's just terrible here on YouTube. But it's definitely better now. But if they would give us features like channel points that we can use so people can add stuff to our, make the stream more interactive, because that's the whole point of a live stream, is the interaction and making it more interactive. So on Twitch, I don't know if you use Twitch chumps, but on Twitch you gain channel points by watching, and then the streamer can set up rewards for you to use your channel points on. So let's say you have 100 channel points, and over on Twitch I have a channel point reward that will cost exactly 100. So if you use your channel points, then you can place a hat on my Vtuber for 5 minutes. Stuff like that, which just rewards you for watching, and so you can mess around with the stream a little bit and make it all more well, interactive. Those features are completely missing here on YouTube. Completely missing here on YouTube. And one thing that I also miss on YouTube, and I feel like it shouldn't be that hard for them to do, man, is the About You section, which I thought was like is super crucial. That's the first thing I usually read about streamers when we rated a new channel and whatnot, or if I discovered a new channel. You know what the first thing I did is I would just go into the About You section and just read things. For example, I'm just gonna show you mine, for example. So, wait, let us switch real quick. So this is my main channel, right? This is my main channel, and usually you would see the streams over here, right? This is the last video I did. It was last month. So if you missed a broadcast, you can see it. It will show up here, recent broadcast. These are little clips, which is also a fantastic feature. YouTube has it too, but YouTube's is not really that good because you cannot really easily share it. So if you find something interesting in a stream, you can just clip the portion that you found interesting out of it, and it's just one clip. Just one clip. I can just show you. Let's go Valkyrie, for example, who I follow. Gonna mute this because I'm afraid that we're gonna get some. The ads are also super annoying. I'm afraid that we get some copyrighted stuff. But I just want to show you the clipping feature. Wait, are the clips disabled? Did she disable clips? She might have disabled clips. Let's go to Vixie. Oh, how do we do clips again? I haven't clipped a stream in such a long time. I forgot how to do it. Maybe you cannot clip ads? Is that why? More ads. It doesn't matter. Let's go back to my channel. What I love the most about a new channel and discovering a new channel is the About section. So you go to the About section and then you can read all the things about the streamer. There's like a little introduction. Hey, I'm Jin. These are my social links you can click on. The Discord link. The credits for the people who create and worked on this VTuber model. There are chat rules. There's a subscribe button, a donation button. It's very clean, and there's also an entire tab dedicated to a schedule. You know, these are just so convenient things that are cooked in, that are built in YouTube, in Twitch, and they're completely missing on YouTube. And you cannot tell me that it takes a multi-billion-dollar company that long to implement these things, unless they don't want to, and I think they don't at this point, because the YouTube live hype is over. It's over. The moment, like, remember when all the big streamers got like super exclusive contracts? Like Valkyrie got one, Ludwig got one, Tim the Tatman got one, Dr. Disrespect. No, Dr. Disrespect did not get an exclusive contract. He had to leave Twitch. But there were a bunch of huge content creators who had to choose between Twitch and YouTube. And back then, YouTube really tried to basically get some market share from Twitch for the live streaming sector. And when they had these major streamers on their platform, they did absolutely nothing to improve the live streaming experience. That is so mind-blowing to me. The hype is over. So I look at this thing a little bit in a more like gloomy, doomy way, because I think if they didn't implement these features when some of the biggest creators, live streaming creators, were streaming on their platform exclusively, then they won't do it anytime soon. If they haven't done it then, why should they do it now? I got like 1k points on Twitch. Twitch has ads, that's the only problem. Everything else is perfect. Yes. Yes, and I say it again, I'm not afraid to say it. Twitch is definitely it's miles, worlds ahead of YouTube when it comes to live streaming. It's the best live streaming platform, and it's the best platform to just enjoy your time with your community. I feel like it's the best for community strengthening, but not so much community building, I feel like, or growth in general. Because if you're a small creator, there's no way to be seen unless you play something incredibly niche, or if you're like top 1% in certain games. Those are right now, in my opinion, the only ways for you to make it with just Twitch. Either you play a game that nobody else plays, but there's like a small audience that is still looking for those games, or you are like top 1% in Marvel Rivals, for example. Like you're on top of the leaderboards, like on esport levels. Because then people will just naturally watch you because you're just that good, and you can also give advice and whatnot. But if you're a variety streamer like I am, and you do not really excel in any games, you can play all games. Like I definitely can. I would say I'm decent in all games. I am not afraid to say it. If there would be an Olympic Games for video games, I would be decent, man. I would probably get to the podium in every single category. Not saying I would get gold, but definitely bronze, like in most categories. I'm a good gamer. I am a good gamer. No matter what you see sometimes on screen from me, if I could show you somehow my offline footage instead of the live one where my ADHD is just going crazy and I'm non-stop talking and looking at chat and looking at the screen, looking at the stuff, if it's still working or whatnot. If I could just give you my offline footage without me talking, because when I'm playing offline, that's why I'm always saying I'm playing an exaggerated version of myself. When I'm playing offline, I'm dead silent. I don't talk. I don't talk unless I get pissed off. That's it. I'm like a calm samurai gamer. So in that regard, I guess I already improved as a content creator or just a person in general, because streaming basically forced me to verbalize my thoughts. And now it's super natural for me to do it. Even though I still cannot explain myself, but that is also an issue I have in German. This is not exclusive to English. But I can just play a game and then just talk for 3 hours. I think that's definitely an achievement. Even though once again, the numbers games don't look good for me. Analytics wise. Screw that. We are not a big streamer, but definitely just on a personal level, I can just go live and talk. And I'm not afraid anymore of talking, because like when I started out, definitely, even though I always felt like I was very good at speaking English, right? But I still had to think about, if that makes sense, like manually sounds so weird, but I had to think about some sentences and what I'm gonna say. So there was still a thought process. It still felt like I was speaking a language like in English class. In English class, you would sit and your thoughts would be like German. And then if you wanted to say something, if the teacher asked a question, you would then switch to English, if that makes sense. So there was like a thought process of, okay, how do I say this? And then how do I structure this sentence? And then there's like a 5-minute thought process before you actually start talking. And that is not the case anymore. Is that maybe the definition of being fluent? That you don't have to think about talking anymore? Because if that's the case, I would now consider myself fluent in English. Although I still have struggles with some sentences and some words and some explanations, but I'm not actively thinking about speaking English anymore. And that's the major difference. Like, I'm currently not thinking, I'm just talking. And that's why these live streaming formats are also way better for me, because I don't get the chance to think. As dumb as it sounds, but if I record something offline, as I mentioned many times before, but sometimes it takes me 10 minutes to form a sentence because I make minor mistakes, right? I stutter, for example, and I'm like, okay, that sentence was shit, I'm gonna try again. Now imagine having like I had this before where I told a joke, like a very lame joke for the video, and I stuttered or I made a mistake, like grammatically I did a mistake. So I had to redo the sentence and also redo laughing about that sentence. That is so weird. That's such a fake and weird thing you have to do sometimes as a YouTuber. And that is why I prefer these live streaming formats so much. Because I don't get the chance to redo something if I just stutter or if I cannot explain something properly. I just have to find different words. Sometimes it gets so bad that I'm using German words instead. It happened like today, for example. Did not have the word for, what was it? Kaufkraft. So I just used Kaufkraft. In the past I would freeze up. You're pretty fluent in English, thank you. Missed some of my messages? Which one did I miss? Also locked in Jinyo will cook. Hopefully, fingers crossed. You don't have to think about the thing you want to say, and it just comes naturally. That's fluent for me. That should be the new definition of being fluent. I don't think my vocabulary, that like, what's the, there are like these language certificates that you can get, right? And I think for the top one in English, I don't think my vocabulary is good enough. I wouldn't consider myself being eloquent in English. I can just talk. I'm dumb fluent. I'm not eloquent fluent. Just a message of a game I recommended. Look up Blasphemous. I don't know if you like it, but it's pretty good. Isn't Blasphemous a horror game? Pretty sure I saw a clip of Queso play it. Did Queso play it? Do you hear the music that is playing in the background? If you're wondering what that is, it's from Persona 5, which I never finished. I probably started Persona 5 6th time already, and I always get to a point where I have to take a break, and Persona 5 is super complex. Or not complex, but it's just, there's a lot of story for you to cover and then read. There's lots of readings, like a visual novel, but also like a super nice JRPG. And every time I take a break from it, I come back, I forgot everything about the story, I start new. I still have the deluxe edition from 2013 or 14. And that particular deluxe edition I already started like 6 times. I currently have like a PlayStation 4 Pro here. I sold mine, but a good friend of mine just lent me his because he cannot play anymore. So it's sitting around here. And I have my old PlayStation account on that PS4. And I cannot finish the game. I wish I could just... If I would stream it, it would take us 2 years to finish. Because it is that long. It has like 80 hours worth of content. Kinda horror. I have 2 recommends, both different genres. Okay, let me know about the other 2. Or the other one. Blasphemous. Let's check. Right, we got a comment. Wait, did I upload something today? No. Blasphemous? A story analysis of Blasphemous. Wait, is it... Wait, that's like 5... Is it a 5-year-old game? Can you maybe send a trailer, chumps? A trailer of the game, because I don't know if I have the correct one. Because the one that showed up for me is like 5 years old. Cannot be 5 years old. Oh, it is 5 years old. Okay. I thought maybe it was like recent. Okay, is there a trailer we can watch? Blasphemous trailer. Blasphemous official launch trailer. Okay, let's watch that. Does it have copyrighted content? Like copyrighted music? Gotta be very careful with that. Oh, we gotta switch. YouTube show. I don't know no music though. Okay. Music make you lose control. Work your body to the beat. Body work will set you free. Oh, violence, blood, gore, and nudity? Now I know why you recommended this game.
Rated M for mature.
The miracle rules over all. Oh, this is like Metroid. Probably Metroidvanian, right? Yeah, this is like Metroid reskinned. Break the curse. It is kind of gory. Yeah, but this is pretty much Metroid. Not, what am I saying? Not Metroid, like Castlevania. And Metroid as well, a little bit. End the cycle of penance. Bro. All right. Okay, yeah, that is like Castlevania. It has good story though. How long is it? Also, voice acting is peak. It has voice acting. This is so sad. How does a game like this have voice acting with Pokemon still hasn't? Pokemon, man, you gotta level up your game. 7 to 6 hours, so that would be like 2, 3, 4 streams depending on difficulty levels. We'll see. There are definitely more games on the list to play. What was the other one? It has different endings too. There was a new what is the name again? What is the game that we played last year that I beat? Hades. Hades 2 has a new update, so that is something we can check out. Apparently, they fixed a lot of shit and also added a bunch of new stuff. So maybe we need to revisit Hades 2. Viewfinder is a puzzle. I hope it's not too difficult. Viewfinder. Because usually during streams, I have troubles with puzzles. Not saying I'm way smarter off stream, but during the stream, I miss the most simplest things that I would usually not miss if I would just focus on the game itself. So puzzle games are always like tricky. If they're too difficult, then I would just get stung locked and frustrated at some point. If there's a nice balance between like difficulty and just, how should I call it? Like if the quizzes and are very like smart and challenging but not difficult, that is the perfect balance, because then we can just help each other, try to figure it out each other with the help of each other. But if it's just too difficult, I usually get frustrated.
Wir lassen uns nicht aufhalten. Mit
Wobenzym, entzündungshemmendes Arzneimittel. Okay. Oh, cat. Okay, I'm sold. That's all I needed to see. Puzzle game. No, I'm joking. Oh. Now that's actually creative.
Someone's wandered around this place. And wanderers are always welcome.
Oh shit. I love these types of games actually. With like a super nice creative direction. And this is definitely super creative. What the hell? That cat is cute.
What brought you here?
How?
The founders left plenty of records of their work.
How does he turn screenshots into 3D
In
environments?
case they were to ever come back.
This is some Portal type shit.
I must admit, I'm surprised you made it this far. It's quite exciting.
Wow. Okay, honestly, this one looks pretty cool, but I almost feel like I'm too dumb for it. That's a really cool concept. How did they think of this? I assume, I don't know anything about the developer, but I bet they either were a photographer, maybe in the early years, or like one of their hobbies is definitely photography. A lot of people turn their passion and their hobbies or the stuff that they grew up with into games if they get the gaming knowledge and the coding knowledge. You know that there's a game that where I begged the community manager to give me a key, and they didn't. I forgot the name of the game, but it's also like a photography game where you take photos, and it's also a language game. So you're trying to learn Japanese with the photography. Something with Shishunga or like, I'm gonna show you. Shishunga. Damn, I don't know what it's called. Photography Japanese learning game. Something with S. Shashingo. See? I came out 2 years. Oh my god, it's been 2 years already. God damn it. Time runs fast. But yeah, look at this. This is something I wanted to play on stream. I backed him. I told like the community manager, because he was like on Twitter, he's like, oh my god, it's like a one-person project. It was, the community manager was probably also the person who developed the game. He was like, it was a passion project. I would love people to play this. I have a bunch of keys, someone who is passionate about this. And I always wanted to learn Japanese. And I was like, okay, this is a cool game. Photography, taking pictures, learning like minor Japanese vocabulary. You won't be able to learn Japanese this way, but it's going to be a fun experience. Begged him literally to get a key. I was like, man, I've not been very consistent, but for this game I would go live every day. Please give me a key, because I used to be very consistent in the past. These are my numbers currently, but they're just because I'm not really live that much anymore. But please give me a key. I would love to showcase this game to my community. Did not give me a key. And then I was kind of a little bit hurt. I mean, I understand that I did not get a key because I'm not a huge creator, and usually those, like, they want as many people to see this as possible. But yeah, I was a little bit butthurt. I was like, fuck your game. So you're just photographing stuff and then you learn the Japanese word for it.
Hi.
I thought it's a cute little experience. Study with your photo album.
自転車自動販売機
Actually, this trailer wants me makes me want playing this game again. We might actually play this one, even though we did not get a key. Still, concept and execution is perfect. You mean for Viewfinder, right? Yes, definitely, definitely. And this game is also pretty fun. We're probably gonna play this. We might actually play this. Right, let's go back to this music. I love... Do you hear this song? If you don't hear it properly, I'm just gonna... You know what? I'm gonna increase the volume just a little bit so you can listen to it. This is like in Persona, you are a student who gets into trouble. I'm not gonna spoil anything, even though it happens at the beginning, but you're a student who gets into trouble and then you have to get transferred to another school. Because you basically get kicked out of school because you made some trouble. So you transfer to another town, to another school, and there's a guy who basically takes you in because he's a good friend of your parents, and he owns a cafe, a coffee shop, and he basically takes you in. So you're allowed to sleep in the attic, basically, or you have a room in the attic of the coffee shop, and this music plays in the background of the coffee shop. So it runs in a loop. We've been listening to it for 2 hours almost, and it never gets boring. Whoever created this jam knew that people are going to listen to this music because you're in the cafe a lot. You're going to listen to it for several hours. So they created a jam that just never gets tiring. You can just listen to it the entire time. So chill. Okay, let's reduce the volume a little bit. Back to... Oh shit. Is this okay? Yeah, this is perfect. Perfect background volume. Let's go back to the studio. Back to you, Tom. Thank you, Jin. Wait, we gotta look a little bit different so it's more realistic that we're two different personalities. Thank you, Jin. Now, I'm done with telling stories. I don't have more stories to tell. Now my question. Those are ads. Okay, now to my question. For next week. Should I or should I not incorporate more of these Just Chatting streams? Should we maybe spend the entire weekend on Just Chatting? Saturday and Sunday. And during the week, we play games. Also, I might have to take another day off during the week. Instead of just having a schedule that says, well, there's gonna be a stream every day, and then I won't be able to make the streams. Maybe I should have 2 dedicated off streams. Yeah, off days. Just Chatting is fun. We definitely have to finish Monster Hunter Wilds. That's gonna be my priority for next week. We also have at some point have to play Korean game. I did not forget about Korean game either. But gotta do Sunday only. Okay, for now, let's do Sunday only. Sunday is where is usually family day, right? Family dinner day, where you come together as a family. So we're gonna keep Sunday for just chatting stuff or other community-related things, like tournaments maybe. So we're gonna keep Sunday, and during the week, I think I'm gonna just add one more off day, where I'll try and record a video, because we need to increase the watch time hours, and the best way to do it is with videos. I mean, the best way to do it is live streams, but not during the week where not a lot of people are watching. That's the issue. We gotta get more people here. That's number one priority, is like increase watch time, increase reach, increase growth, growing the community, get more people in here. Yeah, shorter games. After we beat a story game like Monster Hunter Wilds, I feel like there should always be a phase where we play shorter games again, and then we jump back into a major release again. Not sure about Assassin's Creed though, because it's Ubisoft, and I don't know. I'm just not into Assassin's Creed. I never got into the franchise. I thought the first game was kind of mid. I did not really like it. Played a little bit of the second game, and that's it. So I don't know if their samurai game, because the next game is gonna play in Japan, is gonna be like vastly different. Or if we just should play Ghost of Tsushima instead. So for the 20th of March, when everyone is playing Assassin's Creed, maybe we should start playing Ghost of Tsushima. When is Ghost of Yotai coming out? Ghost of Yotai release. Wasn't it April? It's set to release for PlayStation 5 in 2025. Pretty sure we saw a release date. Did we not see a release date? Didn't they say April? It says sometime in 2025. Okay, it doesn't have an official release date yet. That's weird. I thought it's gonna come in April. Short games like takes an hour, then you can just edit it to like 15 or 20 minutes. That's the thing I'm not sure about. What I like with videos, for example, because when I'm live streaming them, right? Oh, you mean for video content? Because like when I'm still thinking about, is there, how should I put it? Like if I'm live streaming Monster Hunter, for example, right? There's also a way to turn that live Monster Hunter live stream into a shorter video, but then I would have basically the same type of content twice. We have a shorter highlighted video of Monster Hunter, and then a live stream version of Monster Hunter, which is a little bit longer. Plus that highlight video will take a long time to edit and finish, because I cannot just cut 10 minutes out of it and upload it. I would have to like heavily edit the video, look at highlights of that live stream, edit it, add effects, add a little bit of VFX as well, SFX, some sound effects. So I was thinking in the past, if I would have more time, then yes, I would probably go that route, where I would just take my stream and then create highlights of that stream. You probably have to record games. I was thinking about recording reactions, because my last anime reaction that I did to Gigak, that was pretty fucking good. Like, it's my best video to this day. It even surpassed the Mr. Beast drama video, which makes me very happy, because I didn't want a drama slop video to be my best creation on this channel. And I think the Gigak best of anime reaction surpassed it now. Just really cool. I'm gonna show you, because I'm transparent. Something does well, I want to show you. Why should I hide it? So, look at this. Look at, oh my god. It passed 1K even. I did not even see that. Wait. You need to see this. And it's still growing, even though it's growing slowly, but it passed 1,000 views. It's sitting now at 1,100 views. And it created 200 hours worth of watch time. This is currently our most important metric. This is what we need to grind. This is obviously important as well, but this is the juice. This is what we need. We need 3,000 of these watch time hours in order to get partnered. And to think that one video alone made 200 is crazy. Yeah, we're growing. We're actually growing. Like the channel, every time I talk about us being like small and I'm being frustrated because of analytics and whatnot, our analytics look good. It's just that I want more people in the live streams. The long form content funnel is not working because I'm using the shorts to funnel people into our live stream content. So we have more people here to chat and talk with. That is the thing that I'm frustrated about. Not so much the channel growth, because if we zoom out a little bit, if you look at the analytics, this is just the last 28 days. We can go last 7 days, for example. As you can see, it's like green. It's going good. If we look at the last 90 days, okay, the last 90 days not so good. it's down, but it's like 28k views, 500 watch hours, 570, 60 subscribers. Those are good numbers. Those are solid numbers. If we look at the last 360 days, which is not really accurate because our channel doesn't really exist for a year. I really started, this is around the time, unfortunately, Zimby, rest in peace, rest his soul, passed away, and then I was like pretty depressed. And then I started slowly ramping up around, I think August-ish, where I started uploading again. And I started with these, with these, what is it called? Like video reactions, like shorts. Like we did pretty fucking good with those types of videos, but once again, I realized that shorts is not the way to build a community, unfortunately. Right? It's like people watch your video, they like it, and then they just, I don't know, swipe away. Watch something else. The problem is that we're currently running out of time a little bit, because if we just count maybe this date as me starting to upload truly again, or maybe we'll go with August. Now let's start here. Yeah, let's start here. July 29th. If we do not reach 3,000 watch hour by July 29th, 2025, then everything will be reset, because we have to achieve those goals within 12 months, like within a year. And since I had like these breaks where I was mourning and like I got sick as well at some point, so there was nothing here and nothing here pretty much, we might actually lose out on this entire progress, because it's like the last 12 months. So worst case scenario is YouTube will be like, hey, you took too long, this will be gone. And then it starts counting here again. Yeah. We'll figure out. Yeah, overall the numbers look good. That's why I'm always like saying it's not about the numbers, because the problem is that most numbers come from shorts and not the other videos. That's the thing. That's a good problem to have. Like, I'm not complaining that we're getting views, but the thing is that, once again, people who usually watch shorts, they just swipe up. They don't check out the live content. They don't check out the other videos. They swipe up and then move on. So I wish we had those numbers with other types of content. And that is why I think I need to start uploading videos more frequently, like long form content, because those types of videos and that type of content builds long-term, like a long-term community, a community. it makes a lot of sense if you think about it. If there's a person that is watching 1 hour of your content, that's a person that is willing to listen to you. If there's another person that only watches a 15 seconds short of you and doesn't even watch the entire thing, because sometimes I have shorts which are like 15 seconds long and people watch half of it. So there are people who can only listen to me for 7 seconds. Those type of people will not watch a 1 hour video of me or a 3 hour live stream. It makes sense. It makes sense. So as soon as we ramp up these video views and live streaming views, that's when we can actually like grow as a community. But the shorts, once again, they help because they carry our community out there. They showed our community, they show how cool our community is and our channel is. And usually what I do with the shorts, I don't know if I can show you here in the content. Shorts. If you click on it on YouTube, yes. I usually just tag the live stream with our shorts. That's like the main reason why I create shorts these days. It's like I just want people to find the live streaming content. So if you click on this, it will just bring you to the live stream. You know? Yeah, for the community growing, we need videos. That is true. Like 10, 20-minute videos so like the viewer know what kind of channel they are going to watch. Exactly, and that is also why I started to... or I stopped reacting to stuff like Daily Dose of Internet and whatnot, because I love to watch these meme compilations in the past. That's something we can do now for the live streams, but not so much for the video content anymore. For the video content should be based around 3 topics only. Anime, VTubers, like if there's some like VTuber news, and gaming. Those are the pillars of our channel, and that's what we need to build upon. That's our foundation. In the past, I just did everything. I did YouTuber drama, I did like these Daily Dose of Internet videos, I watched everything that interests me because I thought, hey, if people are willing to listen to my reaction or my commentary, it doesn't matter what I watch, but it does matter. We need a base foundation to the channel. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I'm choosing these 3 types, these 3 categories because it just makes sense. People who like playing games most likely also watch anime. Not all of them, but there's a good chunk. People who are into VTubers also love anime. People who love anime might not be into VTubers yet, but they might be interested in watching VTubers in the future. So we need to create like a synergy of categories where we can just pull people out of, so they start watching our videos and start joining our community. And I swear to God, I have so many community projects planned, but we just need some more people in here. For example, I want to start a huge, like giant ass tournament where we do like 1 tournament every month and then 1 grand final in December. But I think the way we're growing, and we are growing, but we're not growing in a very fast way, we're still gonna do it, but in a like smaller scale. So this year we're probably gonna do a small tournament with small grand finals. Sounds like an oxymoron, like small grand finals. And then next year we're gonna do a slightly bigger one, and then the year after that we're gonna do a even bigger one, until we have major ass sponsors. Anime is either reaction or analysis. I think I'm very bad at analyzing. I'm just very bad at collecting my thoughts. That's why I thrive with live content, where I can just talk. But these video essays need you to like have a script and structure it. And even I did videos with scripts before, and even when I have a script, I usually try and freestyle a little bit. I cannot stick to the script. I have a tough time doing that. My brain just wants to break out every single time. That's why, did I ever tell you the story that when I was in school still, the way that you know when you have like an oral presentation, you know how most people prepare themselves for it? They have like little one-liners on notes, right? They have like They have basically one topic that they're gonna talk about, and then for each topic they have maybe 5 sentences. Or like little, not even full-fledged sentences. They have like 5 words that remind them what they want to talk about. Right? I could never do that. Now I know why, because of ADHD. But the way I had an oral presentation is I prepared every single word that I was about to say and memorized it like it was a song. I had an entire script in my brain because I was afraid to stutter or stuff like that. Except for English. In English I just freestyled every single time. I had no notes, but my notes were basically full-fledged sentences. And those sentences included little things like that sound like you're freestyling. Does that make any sense? I was basically an actor. Imagine you're talking about a topic about I don't know what topic, cars for example. And then you have an oral presentation about cars and the car industry. And then you just pick out one of your friends that are sitting in class, and you're like, you're trying to give an example, like it would be like if your dad would sell your car right now, and blah 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 blah. And that example would sound very free, like if I would come up with it right now during the oral presentation, but it was actually something I wrote beforehand. Because I was once again so afraid to make mistakes and stutter and come off as like weird or not prepared that I even like memorized the things that appeared to be free speech and like free speech, like something that I just came up while I'm having this presentation. That includes jokes as well. That includes sometimes making mistakes and then correcting myself. It sounds very like obsessive and weird, but I had to do it. That was like my pillar that I could grab on, because I was usually extremely nervous during oral presentations. Anime reactions are going to be hard as a VTuber though. People for reaction mostly want like a human face reacting to it, because that's the most expressive way to stuff as a VTuber. I don't think that's the case anymore, because reactions are not reactions anymore. Right, reactions in the past, when reaction content started, you really wanted to see some people like going crazy. You still see that, for example, in the rap community. If Kanye or Kendrick, any other major rapper drops something new, they listen to a certain song where they say a certain bar, and then they like overreact. They fall from their chair and whatnot. Kai Cenat, for example, is a super expressive streamer. He just falls off his chair. He jumps around. That is a true like reaction streamer. Like you like to see it. It energizes you as well. Like you can see how energetic they are. But I would say at this point, 90% of reaction videos are basically commentary videos. You don't really want to see the reaction of a person anymore. You want to see what they think about it. Like, this streamer is a piece of shit. What do you think about it? What's your reaction to it? It's not like you want me to be like surprised or anything like that. You want my opinion about this situation, or maybe you don't, but you get my point. What I'm trying to say is reaction content definitely works with a VTuber these days. If that would be like 5 years ago, I would have agreed to you. Because people want to see other people's reactions. Like, people want to see other people's face when they react to something. And we're addicted to it. I think we humans are addicted to it. I love seeing the reaction of Lady Jin to some things. And that includes food. Like, I cannot really do a lot of meals, right? I'm not very good at cooking. But there's some things that I can do pretty well, I would say. Like burgers. And there's such a satisfying moment if you see your partner enjoy the stuff you created. I think it's human nature. I think this sense of providing or nurturing other people, that that gives me dopamine. I think that's the same case for all of you, right? It's like, it's satisfying. It's because you can relate to it. That's a good point. Either you gotta be unique at it or really good at it. That's true. That is true. And sometimes it's just very entertaining, even if you cannot relate to it. Like, I cannot relate to Kai Cenat because he's way younger and he's super energetic. Even at his age, I wasn't that energetic. But I love his content. Same with Speed. I wouldn't say that I relate to them, but their content is still super entertaining to watch. Especially Kai Cenat. The one thing that was relatable when I watched the last time I watched Kai Cenat was being frustrated at dying in Minecraft hardcore all the time. So that was definitely relatable. But I swear to God, like, Kai Cenat is such a good streamer, and he definitely deserves to be the #1. The effort he puts into his streams, it's just super entertaining, and he grabs every single age group, I feel like. No matter if you're like 9, if you're 12, you're 16, 24, 34, 35. I would say even 40 years old unks can enjoy his content. Maybe not for 6 hours or 8 hours, but he's very good at just doing what he does. I literally watch a dude react to anime, and he like has a drink count, so it's like unique, but he's also good at explaining even though he's drunk. Okay, that is something that I could technically also do as an anime character, but you won't be able to see my face being drunk. Like, I would be able to show you my hands, for example. There's a way to set up a hand stream, for example, or like a hand cam. A lot of VTubers do it when they have like cooking streams, or when they have candy taste testing, stuff like that. But you won't be able to see my like facial reaction to it. Once again, maybe one day I'll experiment a little bit more. It really depends on if I'm gonna stay in this country. Oh, he has no face, just anime clips. That's funny. The thing is, I'm not very good at explaining things. That's why I can never be like an essay YouTuber. And it's not even a language problem. I explained to you as well. I have the same issue in German. I'm very bad at explaining things to people, even in things that I'm very knowledgeable about. So I would have an issue to show you how to edit right now, for example. Because I do things my way and it makes sense in my head, but then trying to explain what makes sense to you, it's just so difficult. Even in German, once again. And my mom, for example, has the same issue, so it's definitely genetic. There's something wrong with our brains, and I got that from my mom. She's also very, like, she cannot really explain things, and her stories take way too long. And that is why I cannot, like, I was thinking about, for example, doing a Dragon Ball Daima, like not a first impression, but like a review. And I might still be doing it maybe tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. But if I'm gonna do it, I'm just gonna record myself and go at it and just talk and not really like try and write a script and whatnot, because I cannot do it. I just cannot explain what I'm thinking about when I'm watching Daima. I just have to start talking, and I'm gonna try and record a video like that. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'm just gonna watch somebody else explain it, and I'm gonna react and comment to it. Drunk anime dude on YouTube. See, he's got a foundation and some uniqueness, so it worked out for him. Yeah, definitely. Having a USP is super important for marketing. USP is your unique selling point. And I don't think I have one apart from my persona, just myself. I don't think there's anyone that can be a better me than me. A better me than myself. So I think if there's one thing that will draw you to the channel and one thing that will keep you on my channel, it's myself. And I'm not trying to be like narcissistic, but it's just that I don't have other talents, I would say. I have many things that I can do well, but there's nothing that would, like, I'm not the type of anime connoisseur, for example, that you would want to watch, or I'm not a super nice editor, even though I'm really good at editing. So you're not here for tutorials either, so if there's something that I can offer is myself, as dumb as it sounds. You can react to him, probably. Yeah, you know what I did last week? Because I don't want my channel to be like a Gigak factory, like a Gigak reaction channel. Even though I love his videos, I think he's fantastic at expressing himself and expressing his content or his ideas. I don't want every single one of my videos to be a reaction to him. So what I did is just look for other anime-related channels, and I found two. Maybe I can find it in my subscriptions. I need to sort out my subscriptions. I think my subscriptions are kind of bad. Or old. Not bad, but old at this point. Damn, where are they? I wish that you can filter with like recently added channels, or recently channels that you subscribe to recently. Oh yeah, one of them is called Mother's Basement. No pun intended. It was really called Mother's Basement. And the other one... where's the other one? Give me a sec. Oh, Bonsai Pop. So those are two other like channels that we can react to. Well, let me show you. Tom? Tom? We have technical difficulties. The camera's not switching, Tom. Tom, can you hear me? Yes, Jin. Are we still live? Yes, we're still live. Just your our yapping, talkative German panda VTuber. That is definitely my USP. It's like talkative, bilingual VTuber. That is something I can offer. I tried doing German streams as well, but it got too overwhelming switching between channels. That just sucks. But I wish we can get to a point where I can just hand over the channel to an editor, so I could just focus on streaming and not editing content anymore. That would be a dream. If there's like one dream, like truly a dream. I have many dreams when it comes to content creation, but man, it would be so cool if I could just source out editing. Even though I enjoy editing a lot, but it just takes a lot of time if you want to do it properly. If I could just source that out so I don't have to deal with it anymore and just focus on streaming, that would be a bliss. That would be... Oh man, that would be like a dream come true. Because then I could spend, for example, the morning hours to do some German content, and then the evening hours for a little bit of American content. So I would be able to do both, actually. Tom removed his shirt. So this is one other channel I found, Mother's Basement. I haven't watched a single video of him yet. And the other one is Pop Culture. No, Bonsai Pop. The problem is, you know what I'm always afraid about? Since I cannot message these people, I would love to just ask them if it's okay if I react to their channels. Because some people are not okay with it. Some people don't like reaction content. So it would be cool if I could just ask the permission, like, hey, is it cool that I'm watching your stuff? Same with Giga. Giga is like a gigantic YouTuber, and I would just love to ask for permission. Even though I feel like I react a lot, meaning that I add a lot of transformative commentary to my reaction content. I usually double the time of the original video, but it's still not my original content. It's not my content that I'm reacting to. I also link them in the description below, so I would say I do ethical reaction, but I think it would be even cooler if I would have like the personal permission of those YouTubers. If they would just be like, hey, it's cool if you react to my content. It would be cool if creators had like a statement somewhere on their channel. Like, hey, if you're a smaller creator or like a creator in general, if you want to react to my content, these are the rules for you to react to my stuff. That would be nice. And that is why I think an About You section would be so much like beneficial for YouTube. To bring it back to my original point about YouTube missing so many features. Because then they would just be able to add a sentence like, hey, I'm not okay with reaction content. And then you cannot claim that you didn't know as a creator anymore. It's pretty fun. I love reaction content. Because, once again, I love talking and I love this format so much. I love live streaming. Because where else can you just talk to random people from all around the world? I don't know where you're currently located. You're in your room in a different country, chumps. It's a different time for you. It's the morning hours. It's 12 a.m. in Germany right now, and we can still have a conversation about things that interest us both. If that is not the definition of, well, the internet setting everyone free, I don't know what is. The internet can be a beautiful place. Can be. Doesn't have to be. And it's not for most parts of the internet, unfortunately. On Twitter, for example. You know what? I think we can just... If we ever get to a point where we just tie an ID to like an online persona, I think the internet can become such a more pleasant place. If people don't have if people don't think that they are completely anonymous on the internet, they get less toxic. I think the internet could be way, way better when it comes to, well, community building and just communicating in general. But for that, laws have to be applied. My headphones just broke. $10 down the drain. You buy cheap, you buy twice. My messages are not sending? Which one? It's working now. It is working, but they disappear sometimes. And there's also like a slight delay, so it's not instant. If you press send, it's not like being shown instantly, I believe. Like what happens if I type something in chat, for example? Let me see. Test. I'm gonna send in 3, 2, 1. Sent. See? Takes like 2 milliseconds. But actually, this is a perfect opportunity to see what I can even do here in the chat window. Does this still work? Wait, let me test something. I want to see if I can highlight your messages on YouTube as well, because I have like a plug-in for it. Wait a second. We need to switch the scene. Don't just ignore the black bars. But I have a plug-in that if you can you ask a question, chumps? Ask a question, like a real question. I want to test something. Oh shit. Our mascot is back. There we go. Do you like D&D? Okay, now let's see if that plugin still works. It still works. Cool. I definitely need to add this to our other scene. Wait a second. I'm gonna kidnap this. What was it again? Q&A. Let's copy this. Go back to talk show scene. Oh, that's cute. The mascot just looking barely over the desk. That's kind of cute. Yeah, it's a Q&A pop-up widget that I've installed probably 6 months ago, maybe even longer than that. So I can highlight messages like that. Like this. Maybe we have to place it in a different, maybe here? There's a question. Should pop up here so people know what we're talking about. Or I can just place it here, I guess. Unless I have an image. Like, if I have an image, that's gonna be quite... Yeah. I don't know, maybe here. Here, that's not too bad. That is not too bad. So, yeah, for next Sunday, we know that we have a pop-up widget now. There's so many more things that I can do. I think there's also a translator. Translator and TTS should work as well. I forgot how to do it. I will look it up. I'll add some more features to the Just Chatting window. Translator, yeah, you can add a bunch of cool things. But it's like StreamerBot, and StreamerBot is super complicated. And I followed a tutorial. When I did this pop-up thingy, I followed a tutorial from a creator. So I don't know how to do it. Like, I wouldn't be able to do it myself because there's also coding involved and whatnot. So I need to find that tutorial again. You can turn your chat window basically into like a multifaceted... Is multifaceted even a word? Like a Swiss Army knife, basically. You can add a translator, you can add a TTS voice to it, you can add these pop-up widgets. There's so many more things that you can do, and they should work on YouTube as well. Yeah, I'm gonna look up what else I can do. Also got the chat that runs on top, for example, like on top on the screen, horizontally instead of vertically. I got that from him as well. And his name is Nutty. So he has a pretty cool... He's like super nice humor. Like even when he's explaining things, his tutorials are super fun. And he's just a cool creator. I've never watched him live, unfortunately. But he has like such a cool like personality, at least on his videos. That is his channel, Nutty. And he has just a bunch of Twitch tutorials. But most of the things can be applied on YouTube as well. Wait, let's show some love to Nutty. Nutty. YouTube show. That's his channel. Like he teaches so many things about StreamerBot most of the time, and he even has, you know, because he knows coding, right? He even has a channel point reward where when you subscribe to his channel, he will print a receipt on his printer. He has a printer. Bro has beautiful hair. He gets that comment every single time. It's so weird. Not saying that comment is weird, but it's just weird that that's the first thing people notice about him. There's like, maybe I can find the video, but here's a video about if you subscribe to his channel, it will print out a receipt. It's so funny. Like, he has so many crazy things. Is that him? Yeah, I think that's him. Hook up a printer to your Twitch. Here's some pretty crazy channel rewards. Oh, that's a Rickroll. Let's mute this. Alright.
This receipt printer hooked up to my Twitch stream, and I have it set up so that anytime someone subs, it prints out these tiny little receipts which show their name, how many months they've subbed for, and their profile picture. It also works with donations, so when people donate, it shows how much they donated, plus my viewers can leave a message for me. It even works with Twitch channel point rewards, and there's a bunch of different modes that you can set up for it. For example, here's a channel point reward I've set up for my stream that lets my viewers print pictures of random anime girls. I put a face on my one so it does this. The software that allows you to do this is now available for everyone. I got a full tutorial up on my YouTube channel. Check the pinned comment. So
yeah. Once again, it showcases how cool Twitch is and Twitch integration with these interactive things, and YouTube just sucks. But his entire channel has like is filled with tutorials, usually pretty fun tutorials. And once again, the chat widget was also from him. This one. Oh shit. We gotta go back to the talk show studio. Did not show up. Like this one. Wait, we should showcase the other one. So it's here forever. So you cannot take your comment back in the future because it will be on the internet forever now. Trump said, "Bro has beautiful hair." Over here. You cannot never take this back, Trump. It's over. It's over for you. Hi, Adrian. Adrian asks the following question. Hi, Jinyo. Why were you late yesterday? Adrian, because life happens. Sometimes, unfortunately, life happens. And I can promise you that I'm trying my best to be live at these times over here, but it will not work out every single time. I can try, but I don't think I was on time once the entire week. Was I live at 6 p.m. once this week? I don't think I was live on time. I stayed up until 2 a.m. for your stream. Now I feel bad, Adrian. I'm so sorry. I can promise you I'm always like trying my best to go live at these times. But this week was especially like extremely like filled with work and tiring. That is why we also haven't finished Monster Hunter Wilds yet. Like Monster Hunter Wilds is like a 12-hour story. And we started the game last Friday and we're still not done. And even though I'm enjoying the game, that's the worst part even. It's like a game that I enjoy and somehow it takes us longer than Monster Hunter World, a game that I did enjoy less than Monster Hunter Wilds. But it's just that when we played Monster Hunter World, I had way more, like, work was less stressful and I had way more time to spend on streaming. And when the game that I actually enjoyed pretty well came out, we did not have time for it. You should take a break every Sunday. No, Sunday is for the community. Like, if there's a day I should take a break on, it's definitely during the week, not the weekend, because the weekend is the only time where people can watch the stream. Because if they wake up early in from Monday to Tuesday, they have work. They have to go to school, right? Or to university, college. They have something to do. If they wake up in the morning on a Saturday or Sunday, it's usually their time off, so they can just tune into the stream. So if there's one day I'm gonna take off, it's not gonna be Sunday or Saturday. It's gonna be one of the other days. So tomorrow, for example, will be a day off, and I'm gonna add one more dedicated day off to just do other channel-related things, like recording videos, or just adding more stuff to the stream, because if you're live every single day, and I'm also uploading shorts almost every single day, I did not upload one yesterday, and today also not, but if I'm like prepping the stream, uploading a short, there's no time left to actually work on the stream and add more things like streamer bot related stuff. There's just no time for it. This set has been the same for 2 weeks now, and I told you last week that I'm gonna change some things, so I wasn't able to do it. I've heard that shops close on Sunday. Not ours, Adrian. We're walking in circles half the time, which is actually one of the best parts. I mean, that's usually what happens during a natural conversation, right? There's no script for a conversation. You start somewhere and you end in you start at one path, you end on another. And that one might be a dead end, so you walk back a little bit. It is what it is. It's a natural conversation. And once again, that is... I just want to emphasize one more time, that is why I love live streaming so much, because I don't have this stuff when I'm recording a video. I can read your comments, yes, but that usually happens after the upload, not during. Jenny, I'm about to do a gacha of Fate in Cookie Run Kingdom. Wish me luck. I wish you luck. I hope RNGesus blesses you with lots of luck. What is Cookie Run, though? You gotta explain what Cookie Run is to me. The hell is Cookie Run? Gacha of Fate in Cookie Run Kingdom. Adrian, I've heard you get more luck if you like the stream. It's not superstitious. It's a game? A standalone game, or is it a game within like Fortnite or like Roblox? CRK is a bunch of cookie fighting for Sue Jams. I've already liked. Then like again. No, don't like again. That will take away your like. Just for people, like for starters, I don't know who likes the stream. Okay, so don't, like, I don't know, like, I only see the likes up and the number, like the amount. I don't see who exactly likes it. So don't be mad if I don't know if you like the stream or not. I don't see it. YouTube doesn't tell me who likes the stream or not. Just shows me that some people did. That's a plugin? Going back to the schedule. So tomorrow won't be a stream. This is a schedule of this week, but I'm just gonna use it for next week. The thing is, the next stream, Monster Hunter Wild stream, will probably be the one where we beat the game. So I kind of want this to be something we experience together, and I feel like Tuesday is not a good day to choose that, right? When do we finish Monster Hunter Wilds? I think I'm gonna take off Monday and Wednesday. And then we can finish Monster Hunter Wilds on Thursday. I feel like Thursday is better than Tuesday. Or we might actually just finish it on Tuesday, and people who are interested in the story and seeing the ending, the end of the story, they can watch the VOD, I guess. But it's time to finish the main story so we can get into the actual content and maybe a little bit of multiplayer as well. And then start preparing for other games as well. Which might be one of the puzzle games. Or like the Japanese learning game. Wait, how much is it? How much is the photograph game? I forgot its name again. Shashanga? Maybe that's why I didn't do that well. Shashingo? Shashingo? Shashingo. Learn Japanese with photography. It's 20 bucks? Oh, hell no. 20 bucks for a vocabulary learning game. No, thank you. Jinny, if you can you play Dig a Hole more? Wait, I beat the game. What else do you want me to do? Adrian, it's a game about digging a hole. We dug a hole. We found the treasure. What else do you want me to do? Finish it on Tuesday, you'll get to prep for other games. Yeah. That's true. That's true. Also, I really enjoy Monster Hunter Wilds. I've been praising it so much that I fear that now people think that I did not enjoy Monster Hunter Worlds. I did, but there were just some minor things that annoyed me, and those minor things were removed in Monster Hunter Wilds. So I don't think I could ever go back to older Monster Hunter games, by the way. I see this like, if you ever played a sequel that was so much better that it makes the prequel or like the base game look bad. Or not look bad, but feel very clunky. One example is definitely like Kingdom Hearts, for example. Kingdom Hearts 1 is awesome. Kingdom Hearts 2 is just way better than Kingdom Hearts 1. And if you played Kingdom Hearts 2, because they tweaked the battle system a little bit, and Sora can also a little bit like dual wield in Kingdom Hearts 2, and just the summons and everything, the entire battle system feels more fluid and whatnot. once you played Kingdom Hearts 2, it's gonna be very tough going back to Kingdom Hearts 1, even though it's still a good game, but you notice how much more clunky it is when you played the sequel. And I think Monster Hunter Wilds is the exact same thing. If you played Monster Hunter Wilds and see how freaking fluid it is and how fast with the mounts if you're chasing the monster, it's gonna be very tough going back to a game that doesn't have all these features. Talking about digging a hole, now there's a beat around the bush game. Seriously? Modded. Jinyo, help, I just got a legendary skin for pure vanilla cookie, but I don't even have her. That sucks. That sucks. I cannot help you with that. That sucks. That sucks big time. If you get some awesome things for characters that you either don't have or don't use, is like the worst thing in gacha games. Or in games in general. Okay, boys and girls and everything in between. I think I'm gonna go head to bed now. I had a fantastic talk. This is not like a talk show. This is more like a... Maybe I should just change the background to a cafe. This was more like a coffee talk that we just had. And I enjoyed it a lot. And I hope you did as well. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I hope you have a fantastic start into the week. Remember that there's not going to be a stream tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow, so Tuesday, and then the entire week will probably be filled with like 70% still Monster Hunter Wilds, and then for the last 30% we have like the Just Chatting stream next Sunday, and then maybe on Saturday we can try and play something else. We'll see. We'll see how the week goes. If it's super stressful and I have to cancel a bunch of streams again, I apologize in advance. I feel terrible for it. Believe me, if there's one person that hates canceling stream the most, it's myself. If there's one person who disses himself the most, it's myself. So I'm my biggest fan, and I'm also my biggest hater and also my biggest critic. It's all just, I'm schizophrenic in that way. It's like all people in one. Okay, bye, Adrian. Make sure to not burn out. I will try and do that, Adrian. Thank you so much for well, taking care. Not taking care, but understanding that trying to be consistent is definitely a challenge, and sometimes I just have to lose the battle to win the war. And we are at war, Jinyo Force. We're at war with YouTube's algorithms. We're at war with engagement farming and clickbaiting. We want to have a bigger community, a community filled with wholesome people, so we don't end up like Johnny Somali. And with that, I wish you a fantastic day, afternoon, evening. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Jinyo, out, 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 out. Where's the offline button? Oh, I have none. I should add one to my stream deck. Okay, bye-bye.